Who is the team behind Max Verstappen? We know that Max Verstappen is an unstoppable beast. Legendary Formula One racers have failed to beat this young champion. F1 enthusiasts adore him very much. But is this really true that he is all alone in this battle? Probably not. Verstappen has the best team behind him that every Formula One racer dreams of. In today's video, we'll be looking at the team that is behind the remarkable success of Max Verstappen. After winning his first World Championship last year, Max Verstappen is hungry for future success. On the final lap of the 2021 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the 24-year-old broke Lewis Hamilton's stranglehold on the driver's world title. Verstappen said that he is showing no signs of slowing down as he prepares to defend his title in 2022. Red Bull says that having a more no-risk, no-fun attitude was critical in laying the framework for Max Verstappen to win the Formula One World Championship. He has been able to tap into the potential provided by exceptional racing genetics thanks to meticulous, if not obsessive preparation. But who are they who prepared Max to reign over the track? Four persons in the foreground have played a crucial part in Verstappen's racing career since his Formula One debut. First and foremost, there's his father, Jos Verstappen. Although the former Formula One driver is no longer there at each of his son's races, he continues to serve as a rock, confidant, and mentor. Max's friendship with his manager Raymond Vermeulen, who has been involved with Verstappen as a friend and business genius since the mid-90s, is unshakable. Then there's the backbone of Verstappen. After witnessing Verstappen declassify the field at the Norris Ring in Formula 3 in devious circumstances, in 2014 the 78-year-old Austrian Helmut Marko never doubted him. Verstappen became the youngest Formula One driver ever when Marko elevated him to Red Bull's top squad more than a year later. After that, there is the boss, Christian Horner. In their desire and perfectionism, the astute, eloquent Brit and Verstappen found one another. Horner won 4 championships in a row with Germany's Sebastian Vettel, and becoming the youngest F1 team chief to do it in 2010, he hopes to at least match Verstappen's performance. But apart from these people, there is an awesome team that is relentlessly working behind Verstappen. Let's meet them one by one. Personal trainer, Brad Skanes. Brad Skanes has been Max Verstappen's personal trainer for the past year. During a racing weekend, Skanes can be spotted everywhere around Verstappen. He says that one of his responsibilities is to warm up for a session, but he's also his driver. Skanes is also a physiotherapist, so he can help Verstappen with any physical issues. Skanes is also a personal assistant in addition to being a personal trainer. Formula One is a physically demanding sport in which drivers must be in peak physical condition. Bradley Skanes tries to explain why driving in the most polished level of motor racing is a personal struggle, even if it doesn't always look that way. According to the trainer of reigning Formula One world champion Max Verstappen, a driver burns as many calories as a half-marathon runner during a race. Of course, this is surprising because the driver is still effectively in the pilot's seat. According to Skanes, Verstappen lost 3.6 kgs in an hour and a half, sweating at the first Miami Grand Prix. That's huge. Bradley Skanes feels that the fact that certain drivers began to make a lot of mistakes after the race is not a coincidence. It emphasizes the need of maintaining physical fitness. Skanes says that the Dutchman's best quality is that he is willing to collaborate and will go out of his way to assist himself and his team. The driver's major attributes are perseverance, attention, and mental preparation. He appears to have a chance to win the title this season, but it will not be simple, as it was last season. According to him, there's no doubt that Max is gifted. Race engineer Gianpiero Lambiase. If he is separated from Red Bull's Gianpiero Lambiase, Max Verstappen declares he would leave Formula One. Yes, he is that much important. Max Verstappen has teamed with Gianpiero after he was promoted to Red Bull in mid-2016. Every single one of Verstappen's 118 Red Bull starts have been engineered by Lambiase. Verstappen replaced Daniil Kvyat at Red Bull ahead of the 2016 Spanish Grand Prix, and the two were paired up. Verstappen went on to win the race on his Red Bull debut, making him a legend. At the age of 18, he became the youngest Grand Prix winner in history. It was also Lambiase's maiden Grand Prix triumph. Lambiase's tough, straightforward demeanor over the radio has been lauded by Verstappen. Lambiase will continue to be Verstappen's permanent engineer while also taking over some of the Frenchman's responsibilities. He will have more authority over the entire squad as a result of this promotion and will no longer be simply focused on Verstappen's side of the garage. First mechanic, Chris Gent. F1 mechanics are normally qualified engineers who have a thorough understanding of the mechanical operations of an F1 racing car, since this expertise allows them to make quick decisions to boost performance during a race. F1 technicians are often well versed in high-performance vehicles and brands. This season, Max Verstappen has Chris Gent as his first technician. Genty, as he is known within Red Bull, was the second car's first mechanic, succeeding Lee Stevenson. Gent, as chief mechanic, is primarily accountable for the job done during a Grand Prix weekend and oversees all of it. Gent is in charge of keeping Verstappen's car in great working order at all times, from the time his car begins to roll up the track until it gets reloaded. Gent is also in charge of deciding when the engine may be started. Performance engineer Tom Hart. The race engineer is in charge of his or her driver's entire weekend, including gazing at the big picture of run plans, working with strategists, and making decisions in the pit wall during the race. Whereas the performance engineer is in charge of sifting through the data and the driver's feedback to build the best race car for the conditions. Tom Hart, a new member of Max's staff, is in charge of this task. The car's tune is critical. It's typically thousandths of a second in Formula 1, which equates to a minute modification to a wing or brake balance. Since this season, Verstappen has begun training with Hart. Max says about Hart, "He's very smart, knows what I want from the car, and is quick to solve minor problems." Hugh Bird, Max's performance engineer until this year, has moved to the opposite side of the garage to serve Sergio Perez's race engineer. Sporting director Jonathan Wheatley. Jonathan Wheatley, the sporting director, was one of Red Bull Racing's first hires. Jonathan began his Formula 1 career as a junior technician at Benetton in the early 1990s. He progressed through the ranks at Enstone to become race team chief mechanic in 2001, leaving at the pinnacle of their success with Fernando Alonso, drawn by the challenge of assisting a fresh team climb the Formula 1 ladder. Wheatley ensures that everything around Verstappen runs smoothly. For example, he's in charge of assembling Verstappen's renowned pit crew, which has consistently helped him win races. In 8 of the 11 races this season, Red Bull's pit crew came in first. Car designer Adrian Newey. Adrian Newey, 63, has a long and successful Formula 1 career behind him. Red Bull's racing designer has won the Constructors' Championship 10 times with 3 different teams and 7 times won the driver's title with 7 different drivers. Over his 30-plus years working with some of Formula 1's greatest teams, Adrian Newey has met many of the sport's modern-day superstars. Nigel Mansell, Alan Prost, Damon Hill, Jacques Villeneuve, Mika Hakkinen, and Sebastian Vettel have all won championships in cars designed by Newey. Max Verstappen was added to the list after 2021 after defeating Lewis Hamilton in the title duel with the Red Bull RB16B. Verstappen's new vehicle, the RB18, is also a magnificent Newey masterpiece. Motorcycle technician Toyoharu Tanabe. Toyoharu Tanabe has been Honda F1's technical director from the beginning of the 2018 season, when the Japanese manufacturer collaborated with what is now Scuderia AlphaTauri, before fueling the complete Red Bull family of last year. Tanabe-san, on the other hand, is no novice in the racing world. He was Gerard Berger's engineer during the era when McLaren and Honda dominated the sport. In the 1980s, the Japanese driver began his Formula 1 career with Honda while he was in his 20s. At McLaren, he witnessed the glory years of Brazilian racing legend Ayrton Senna. Tanabe, as head of Honda's F1 engine program, was instrumental in the seamless start of Honda's cooperation with Red Bull in 2019. With Max Verstappen, Tanabe is continuing his reign in this sport. He has been a strong support system whenever Max was in trouble. This is the team that Max Verstappen gets as a support system when he dominates the track. This super efficient team is the reason why Max has been literally unstoppable. Let me know in the comments what you think about this team. And that's all we've got for today. Thank you for staying with us until the end. For more reasons like these, subscribe to our channel. If you appreciate this video, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to be notified about future videos, click the bell button. We'll meet up again in the next episode. Till then, peace.